Hello, and welcome to the virtual Global Mission Festival for First Presbyterian in Tuscaloosa. I'm Blake Beavers, the current chair of the Mission Committee. Each year, we try to offer one particular focus that showcases how we have acted out our understanding of partnership in the world. 2 years ago, you heard from representatives of Street Hearts, a ministry to the street boys in Cap Haitian in Haiti. And last year, we heard from one of our partners in Perry County, Sowing Seeds of Hope. 2020 has been a different kind of year, so we've prepared a different kind of mission festival. The funds we raise through this effort not only helps finance our international missions, but also helps support many local agencies. We've invited several of these local Tuscaloosa agencies to talk with you about themselves, describe the important work they do, who they serve, and how we may volunteer. After watching this virtual mission festival, there are several important ways that you can respond. You can give. To give immediately, there is a donate button on the church's website. We'll also be sending out a follow-up letter and donation envelope. We need you to be as generous as possible so that we can continue working with all our partners, local, regional, and international. You can act by reaching out to a local agency and volunteering. And you can pray. I invite you to listen carefully as each agency talks. Please jot down specific needs or concerns that speak to you, and then be in prayer for them. We on the Mission Committee thank you for the chance to serve this congregation as we all try to be the hands and feet of Jesus in the world.
Hi, I'm Susan Lavender. I'm the Executive Director of the Community Soup Bowl. We welcome you today to the Soup Bowl. We are in the middle of serving lunch today. We have a group of volunteers that are here serving lunch. We have someone that is at the door that lets our clients in. We do require that everyone wear a mask when they come in. We social distance. What they do now, since COVID, they come in, they take a meal, they get a bottled water, and then we have other goodies and bread that we offer for them to take with them. We are open Monday through Friday for lunch. We are currently serving approximately 300 meals a day. We have volunteer teams that are here on Saturday and Sunday, which consist of church groups, businesses, students at the university, and all different kinds of groups that come in. We are here to feed and help the hungry and the homeless of Tuscaloosa. And so what we do is we try to really do nothing but be kind and love our clients that come in the door each and every day, and they really seem to like that. So our friend Soda Pop every day comes in, he calls Pat Soda Pop, he calls me Soda Pop, and we call him Soda Pop. But we try to have different sodas on hand for him to be able to give him a soda. And then another one of our favorites is, we call her Baggy. What she does is she brings us different grocery store bags in each and every week for a second plate of food. It's just incredible to think that she goes to all that trouble to go to Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Publix, wherever she can to get extra grocery bags to get a second meal. And then we have others, of course, that are here that we just love. But again, we feel very fortunate to be here to serve our community. COVID has really been stressful for the clients. They not only use the Soup Bowl as a place to come and eat, but also socialization. It's a place for them to visit with others. It's a place for them to get out of the weather. Cold, hot, rain, whatever it is. So it's more than just a place for them to come and eat. And we appreciate everything First Pres has done for us, but again, we always need the monetary donations. Volunteer hours are always available, food donations. Anything you can do to help, we are greatly appreciated and very grateful for all the support.
Hello, my name is Jan Sykes. I am the co-founder and executive director of Arts and Autism. Arts and Autism story began in 2004 at Covenant Presbyterian Church. Covenant Presbyterian Church gave us the space and $2,500 to start a pilot program for 6 elementary children with autism attending University Place School. Before the end of the pilot, we received a grant from the Presbyterian Thank Offering for $10,000. We used this money to have our first summer camp for children ages 5 to 10. The camp was a tremendous success, and parents requested that we extend after school into a permanent program. Arts and Autism serves more than 150 students each year, and to date, no child has ever been turned away because of a family's inability to pay tuition. Each year since 2004, our program has continued to grow. We now have services beginning as young as 18 months through our early intervention program. We provide after-school programming for children pre-K through 12th grade. We also have an adult program that is housed on the campus of Stillman College, and we offer summer camps for all ages. In 2011, Arts and Autism was rendered homeless by a tornado. We were devastated and we were ready to quit. It was at this lowest moment that our relationship with First Presbyterian Church began. First Presbyterian Church picked us up and provided a sanctuary for our program. During our 18 months within your walls, we healed, we grew stronger, and we found the courage to find a permanent home of our own. Today, we are neighbors. Arts and Autism's campus is located on 8th Street behind First Presbyterian Church. Since 2011, this congregation has been with us every step of the way. Thank you for annual mission gifts, which fund a scholarship in the name of First Presbyterian Church. Thank you for pantry items. Thank you for volunteering with fundraising events and community awareness events. Thank you for flowers. But most of all, thank you for keeping our program in your prayers. We feel the love. And even though we are no longer housed within your walls, we know you are with us on this journey of faith. Today, I have asked my son to share the most meaningful story of my career.
This is Judah Allen. He was born December 16th, 2015. He was a really quiet baby. We always got compliments about how quiet and content he was, but the truth is he just wasn't developing normally. He was very slow to walk. He said mom and dad for a little while, but then he regressed and that went away. He was lining toys up and playing inappropriately with everything. When he was 20 months old, he was diagnosed with autism. After Judah was diagnosed, we made a decision to leave my job in Kansas City and move back to Alabama so that we could enroll him in the iLEAT program at Arts and Autism. For a while, all of his communication was through sign language, but by spring, he had language emerging again. And by summer, my wife recorded this video for me.
Night. Night, Daddy. Say, I love you, Daddy. I love you. Daddy. Good night. Good night. Can you blow and kiss us?
Judah's also learned to be safe in the water. He's made friends and learned how to play appropriately with others.
Say, may I have this, please? Have my piece.
He's learned to pretend play, and he invites us to join him in the things that he loves, like music and dance. The iLEAT program has completely changed the trajectory of Judah's life. His future is a completely different story now compared to where it was in January. We've made a lot of sacrifices to be here, but it is entirely worth it because of all the progress that he has made, how happy he is, and we are so grateful to Arts and Autism and the iLEAT program.
My name is Adrienne. I am the Education and Outreach Coordinator for Turning Point here in Tuscaloosa. We're located at 2110 McFarland Boulevard, Suite G. We service victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. We provide services in Tuscaloosa, Bibb County, Hale County, Greene County, Sumter, Marengo, Pickens, Fayette, and Lamar. We offer a number of services from the 24-hour crisis line, emergency shelter, counseling, child advocacy, case management, and so much more. Well, 2020 was really different. We're used to providing direct services to our clients and, you know, just helping them find jobs and things. So all of that's been different. We haven't been able to provide those direct services. Everything has been done remotely. We provide counseling over the phone, and we're working on doing everything through Zoom. So we really appreciate the continuous support that you all have been providing, and just continue to support us, and we appreciate all the donations you all offer.
Hi, my name is Latrell Porter, and I'm the Executive Director at Hospice of West Alabama. We're located at 3851 Loop Road, which is in Tuscaloosa. We're on the back side of the VA hospital grounds. We're very fortunate to have a 15-bed inpatient facility, as well as our home care division located at that site. We really specialize in dealing with end-of-life journeys for patients and families. And that's all we do. We provide care using a full team of medical staff. We have 3 physicians on staff, a couple of nurse practitioners, some of the best nurses in the nation. We have social workers, chaplains, certified nursing assistants, homemakers to help with some light housekeeping for families, and some of the best volunteers, I think, in the region. So as a team, what we do is really focus with every patient and family on the things that we can do to make the end-of-life journey the best experience that it can be. We focus on comfort measures, managing symptoms the best that they can be managed, helping families to be prepared for what may be coming next with the disease progression. This is the perfect balance of medicine and ministry for us, and we've been doing this since 1982. We're one of the oldest hospices in the state of Alabama. Our typical clientele is people who are Medicare recipients, mostly older people that have lived a long, full life and are facing an illness that can't be cured. However, having said that, we do provide care to pediatric patients, to people of all ages, races, and in the 7 counties that we serve, anyone that has a terminal illness can be a hospice patient if there's a need. Now, First Presbyterian Church has been our partners for a very long time, and we appreciate that partnership. Without the help from our community, we couldn't do the things that we do, and it certainly wouldn't be the kind of special caring that we provide. There are more volunteer opportunities this year probably than ever. In the year 2020, through this pandemic, our organization has suffered some financially and with our client base by about 30%, which is typical for most businesses in the area. We have not been able to host our 2 fundraisers that we have every year, which has affected us well over $100,000 per year. So leaning on the community right now is something that we have a big need to do. So volunteer work, financial assistance, delivering food items for our family kitchen or for people in the home care division are all greatly appreciated. You can see on our website the special instructions for food delivery or food drop-off for the inpatient facility. We have to do that in a safe manner. One thing that your congregation, I think, needs to know, other than how much we appreciate the partnership, is that this hospice program, being nonprofit, has something special. You know, we really have a different approach to care because our goal with hospice care is not to see a profit at the end of the year. The goal is to put everything that we make back into patient care. And that's very important to us, being a 501c3 organization, getting help from United Way, and making sure that every bit of resources that are poured in to our agency, that gets put right back into patient care and doing everything that we can to help these patients and families through a really difficult time in their life. Thank you for letting us be part of this program that you're doing now, and I would be delighted to give anyone a tour of the facility. If you have questions and would like to call, any special volunteer talents or roles that you'd like to play, we're right here and ready to serve.
Hey, First Presbyterian, this is Mark Byers, and I am here to thank you for your support of the Exodus Freedom Loan Program. Exodus was created by myself, several other church members, and also in partnership with Catholic Social Services. We went from a concept in the summer of 2018 to helping people in about 2 months. And what we do is we help people get out of extremely high interest rate loans like payday loans and title loans and other high interest rate loans. And you may be asking yourself, how high of interest rate are we talking about here, and why is this even a problem? Well, payday loans can be upwards of 456% interest on those loans, and title loans can be as high as 300% interest. You heard that right. We're talking about over 400% interest and 300% interest. So in the course of a year, if somebody has these loans, they pay back 3 or 4 times what they borrowed, and they're still in debt. They still owe money. We've actually seen interest rates as high as 600%. And you're probably like me. The first time that I heard of this, I was like, well, surely that's illegal. But it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. Now, there are many organizations out there that have worked tirelessly trying to get legislation passed to reduce these interest rates, get them back more to reasonable amounts. But so far, they've made very little progress. And so our objective is to get as many people out as we can until the law is changed. So let me go through a little bit of math with you. I know math is hard to do, to talk about, but I want to kind of go through just to kind of explain it. So follow with me, if you will, a little bit about this. So on a $500 payday loan, the person who takes out this loan pays back every 2 weeks $87.50. Now, if you want to convert that to a monthly number, it's $189.58. And typically what they do is they just pay the interest and then they renew the loan. So every 2 weeks, that's what they're paying, and they're making no progress in getting that loan paid off. So if we break that down to an annual number, on a $500 loan, it's $2,275 in interest only. If somebody keeps on doing that year after year, over 5 years, they would have paid $11,275 in interest on a $500 loan, and they still owe the debt. So what we do is we partner with a local credit union. We provide a guarantee for that loan, and they charge them 9%. So that converts their $875 biweekly payment to about $44. And it's paid off at the end of the month, at the end of the year. So over 1 year, that loan's totally paid off. The annual cost on the interest is only about $45. So they go from over $2,000 in interest to over to $45. And you can see how powerful that math is and how easy it is for these people now to get out of debt, as opposed to being virtually impossible for them with those really high interest rates. So our objective, like I said, is to get as many people out as possible until the law is changed. And we help people. First of all, we sit down with them and we provide some education for them. So just to understand what they're doing, we ask them questions like, what caused you to get here? What was your thought process as you were going through and making this loan? We go through some examples with them, actually do some calculations and show them what interest rates they're paying. And if they're in a situation where they can make the new loan payment and they promise to get out of the debt and never go back to it, then we help them out. We take them to the credit union. They do a refinance for them at 9%. We guarantee the loan, so if they default, Exodus pays the loan. So the credit union is not at risk, and that's how they can get away with doing the 9% interest rate for them. the partners, the loan partners, the people who were refinancing their debt, they make their payments directly to the credit union. The good thing is once they have their loans paid off, they're now in the mainstream financial system. It's helped their credit score. They have a relationship with a local bank, and that gives them opportunity to really improve their lives later on. So it benefits them not just to not have that interest, but also to have the experience of being involved with getting the experience in the financial system, in the mainstream financial system. It's something that could benefit them as well. Every penny that we raise for Exodus goes to build our reserves for the loans that we guarantee. All the expenses that we cost, which we don't really have a lot of expenses, are covered by board members. And so far we've interviewed 20 candidates. We've had 9 loans that have approved. 3 of our loan members have actually paid off all their loans. We've only had 1 default. Essentially we've raised $12,000. That $12,000 that we've raised for loan reserves actually saves people about $48,000 in interest per year. So that's the power of what we're doing here and how we're helping people. And we wanted to thank y'all for your help. We need, as far as how can First Presbyterian continue to help our ministry, we need people to, help continue to mentor with these people and be there for them as a partner to help them kind of stay out of debt and stay on the right course. We actually travel with the people and to pay off the loan. So we go into these payday places and we bring in cashier's checks and we pay them off. And that is one of the most rewarding experiences that I think that you can have. We usually wind up getting hugs from the people afterwards. They're very excited to get that loan paid off, especially after they understand the consequences of making those loans. So you can help us by volunteering with Exodus and helping us work with our loan partners. You can help us by supporting the mission committee. They help support us as well. And every dollar that we receive can benefit somebody up to $4 per year. And it kind of keeps on giving. It's something that keeps on giving year after year. I think that's a really unique thing about our charity, is that it for every buck we get, it generates $4 in savings for the loan partners. It saves them that, and it does that each and every year. So thank you for your support, and if y'all have any questions, feel free to contact myself or any of the other board members that we have on Exodus. So thank you.
I'm Brenda Maddox. I'm the Executive Director of the Tuscaloosa Safe Center. We are physically located at 1601 University Boulevard East, Suite 150. We are adjacent to the Emergicare. So right between the veterinary's office and Emergicare, you'll find us. We opened our doors in November of 2018 to provide services for the 9-county West Alabama region. And our services include forensic examinations, follow-up medical care, therapy, both individual and group, advocacy, case management, and education to the 9-county West Alabama region. Our patients are those patients who have experienced sexual violence. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We never close our doors. Our office hours are 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. However, you can call our telephone number, which is 205-860-7233. Anytime, day or night, you'll get a live person answering the phone. And if it's after hours or on the weekends, you will be connected with a sexual assault nurse examiner to answer any questions you might have.
Hi, I am Melissa Hanks, and I am the clinical coordinator here at the Tuscaloosa Safe Center. So we see sexual assault victims of all different types. There is no one type of typical client. The only requirement for a patient to be seen by us is that they need to be at least 14 years of age. Under 14, we send those patients up to Birmingham to the Children's Hospital. But as long as you're 14, you can come see us. We treat you no matter your gender, your age, over 14, your ethnicity, religion, doesn't matter. You can come and be seen by us.
So I'm Fran Jones, and I'm the counselor at the Tuscaloosa Safe Center. And I work with clients who come here, maybe who come in as patients to the center, or not necessarily, just any client who needs counseling for sexual assault. We're here for them. I think, if I think about success stories for clients, usually the first success story is that they show up for counseling, that they feel like they're at a place where they're ready to start working on healing from what's happened to them. So every time they show up to me is a success.
Hi, my name is Carson, and I'm the advocate coordinator here at the Tuscaloosa Safe Center. We're always looking for volunteers to become advocates. It's a very rewarding role you can play as a volunteer. Another way churches can get involved with us is doing a clothes drive. So we accept new clothing in all sizes, men and women's, to give to survivors when their clothes are taken for evidence.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Hall. I am the outreach coordinator for the Tuscaloosa Safe Center. We just wanted to end this by saying thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. The Tuscaloosa Safe Center is a nonprofit, and we're not able to function without community support, whether that be donations, word of mouth, or even just support for what we do. So if you have any questions or concerns, you would like to donate to the Safe Center, you would like an educational presentation or anything like that, please feel free to give us a call. It's 205-860-7233, and we would be more than happy to help out in any way that we possibly can. It's so important that survivors of sexual violence know that they are not alone, and that these services are out here for free that we can provide to them. So again, we thank each and every one of you for what you do and your continued support of the Tuscaloosa Safe Center.
Hi, my name is Jean Rikacheski, and I'm the Executive Director of the West Alabama Food Bank. We're located at 3160 McFarland Boulevard in Northport, Alabama. Our mission and goal is to end food insecurity for those who are suffering from it. We cover the 9 counties in West Alabama, all the way from Marion County down to Sumter County and over to Bibb. We have one of the highest in need populations in the state of Alabama. We serve those who cannot serve themselves, or those who are experiencing food insecurity. Food insecurity can be long-term, or it can be a short-term or situational, such as COVID happened this year. It was a situational thing where people who have never experienced food insecurity were faced with the idea of going hungry at night. We have 6 programs at the West Alabama Food Bank. Our first program is partner agencies. We partner with other agencies who their job is to hand out the food to those in need. These can be churches, soup kitchens, or organizations that feed hungry or in-need populations. First Presbyterian Church is also one of our partner agencies. We partner together with Habitat for Humanity. So when a family moves into their brand new house, the First Presbyterian Church comes to the market, and they are able to get food to stock up in their new pantry. We're so excited for this partnership and for the funds that are given to us to help us with our mission. So thanks, First Presbyterian. Our next program is our mobile food pantry. Here we take food for 150 to 175 families out into rural areas of Alabama, or to in areas that are lacking a grocery store. This is a great way to move a lot of food. Each family gets about 75 pounds of food. It's a very efficient program, and right now we do it as a drive-through, which we think we're going to stay with. Our next program is our CFSP program, which is a senior commodity program. This is based on income and household numbers in the household. This program, we're very excited. We're in year 2 of this program. It is a federal program. The state of Alabama was allocated 6,000 units. We have 1,700, so we're very lucky. We wish we had more. We have a waiting list. We're hoping that the federal government will increase our numbers in the next year. Our next program is our Backpack or Secret Meal program. This program feeds children who have been identified by their teacher or counselor as experiencing food insecurity or being hungry Monday mornings. This provides a weekend meal. It provides a complete nutritious meal for the children to take home on Friday afternoon so that when they come back to school on Monday, they'll be nourished and ready to learn. Our last program is the emergency food program. This program deals with tornadoes, COVID, walk-ins off the street who are experiencing situations that many of us don't understand or don't face, and we're there to help bridge the gap and get them the help they need at that time. We normally have another program, which is a mobile market. That program, unfortunately, due to COVID, is parked. We hope to get that back and running soon. Our typical client is really everybody. Everybody can face food insecurity, as we saw this year during COVID. Food insecurity is basically the need to have food when the money runs out. Sometimes we always say there's more month than money. Families who have set bills to pay, like house payments, rent, car payments, sometimes at the end of the month there's just not enough money to put the food on the table, and that's what we're there for. 2020 was an unprecedented year for us. We put out 6.2 million pounds of food, almost 6.3, about 1 million more than we did. This was especially hard for us because a lot of our partner agencies shut down, and so it was left to the food bank to take care of that. For us, it was easy in Tuscaloosa, but how to get the food out to the neighboring counties was our difficult part. We usually run 2 to 3 mobile pantries a week. Currently, and to this day, we're running between 5 and 7 to make sure that every county is getting food in the different areas. How can you help? We need volunteers. We keep it safe. We only take a certain number. We keep them very distanced, and we put them around. We're packing 1,700 senior boxes every single month. We're packing 2,000 backpack meals every single week. Plus, we have donated food that all has to be gone through. We have to check that it's not on a recall list, that it's in date, that it's not damaged in any way. We have a market that we let our partner agencies use as their grocery store. That market needs to be stocked just like a regular grocery store. So we have lots to do, and sometimes we just need people to help write thank you notes for our generous donors. So if you're looking for an opportunity, if you just have an hour, we would love to have you. Really, we're just trying to make the world a better place. We're trying to help those who are suffering and follow what Jesus tells us to do and feed those who are hungry. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Ellen Potts, a longtime member of First Presbyterian and Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity of Tuscaloosa. I'm standing here in front of the Habitat home of the Dunn family. This was built in honor of 200 years of Presbyterians in Tuscaloosa County. It was built by our congregation and the other PCUSA churches in the county. I want to tell you about a new, unique initiative that Habitat Tuscaloosa is sponsoring. Operation Transformation will allow us to build 40 homes on lots that are currently under contract. This property is near the Tuscaloosa Career and Technology Academy, and we will use those 40 build sites to train TCTA students who are studying the construction trades. We're also going to be in partnership with a nonprofit called the Dannon Project that works with nonviolent, youthful, and young adult offenders who are reentering society from the criminal justice system. Among their participants in other communities, the Dannon Project cuts the recidivism rate, or the rate of returning to prison, from above 65% to below 5%. We will be working with Dannon Project participants to teach them construction skills so that when they reenter society, they will have job skills to help them become productive members of society. I am proud to say that First Presbyterian has been a partner of Habitat Tuscaloosa's since our inception in 1987. And our church has built as many or more homes in partnership with Habitat Tuscaloosa than any other congregation. Thank you, First Pres.
My name is John Tyler. I'm the clinical director here at the Phoenix House. And we just kind of wanted to just go over just a little bit about what we do here. We're a 90-day substance abuse treatment facility, and we have male and female clients, usually about age 19 to anywhere from 65 to 67 years old. Every single client that we get come through here has a diagnosed substance abuse disorder, as well as peripheral family trauma, indigent issues, and we get a variety of people from the legal system that are having different legal issues. What we try to do here is give them an opportunity to work a recovery program, seek employment, seek counseling services, and different things of that nature. We want to provide a supportive, safe environment for them to find recovery in. A huge percentage of our population are coming from extremely unstable situations, so that's a big part of the mission here is to, you know, have the building be stable, have the building be safe, have our program, our interventions that we offer, our counseling services be available to all clients, and to just provide them a stable, safe environment to seek their recovery goals. And so we really appreciate the time. We really appreciate the consideration.
Hi, my name is Angelique Davidson, and I'm the intern counselor here for the Phoenix House. And what my role is just to counsel the clients and help them get through what they're experiencing, why they're experiencing it, and what's the different tools that's going to help them once they leave the Phoenix House.
My name is Melissa. I'm the finance manager here at the Phoenix House in Tuscaloosa. Many of our clients don't have the resources to obtain identification or clothing for employment. I assist them financially to help them meet their needs. Once our clients obtain employment, I collect the rent based on their ability to pay.
Sylvia, I'm a case manager here at the Phoenix House, and what I do here is help the clients with resources. The majority of our clients come in without ID, and I help them get ID, such as driver's license, birth certificates, and Social Security cards. We usually try to refer them where they can get these items for free, so we can find some of those places. We help them with other services, such as referring them out to the vocational rehab if they need assistance there, and we help them with health issues and mental health as well.
Hey, I'm Jared. Come to the Phoenix House in September of 2017 and was a client here for roughly 90 days. Felt compelled to help people the way this place helped me, so I volunteered for about 3 months transporting people to general places, doctors, office, jobs, whatever, etc. And eventually got hired on to just do transport, and I've really felt this is home to me. So I've been working here since then, and am doing the admissions coordinator now, getting people in. So I've just felt that this place has given a lot to me, so I'd give back to it, and it's a wonderful place to be.
My name is Jim Standridge, and I am the president of the board of directors of the Phoenix House. I've been involved with the Phoenix House for about 30 years, and as a volunteer and a board member, the Phoenix House performs a very critical function to this community and the entire West Alabama community by providing substance abuse services to the people who really need it. In the time that I've been associated with the Phoenix House, thousands of residents have gone through there and have managed to get their substance use in control, get their lives and dignity back, and regain their families, and go back to being productive citizens of our community. The Phoenix House is always underfunded and in need of additional support from the community. We have had many generous donors over the years in the community, in the church community and otherwise, and we ask that all who could support us do so. We need automobiles, we need transportation, we need furnishings and equipment in our kitchens, anything that someone would need in a large household of many members we need at the Phoenix House. So we thank you very much for considering the Phoenix House as a subject of your gifts, and we appreciate you looking at us. Thank you very much.
Well, we're an all-volunteer group specializing in disaster preparedness and relief for when we have floods and fires and tornadoes. And as part of that, from time to time, we're also asked to handle the overflow from the Salvation Army or from Jesus Way that don't fit well within the Salvation Army program, particularly in times of cold weather, extreme hot weather, or other community emergencies.
And just to add to that, compassion is being concerned for those who are suffering and jumping in and taking an active step and helping them, whoever they may be.
We were on cold weather watch last night for those that don't have a place to stay. So last night we inherited one developmentally disabled adult lady who's local in our community, and another young man stranded here when he was assaulted, I guess we'd say, and he doesn't speak English, so that's kind of a challenge at 3 a.m. Also last night we had 6 other guests. This year we had a particular assignment that was a little unusual. We were asked privately from our EMA director, who we report in under, to manage the homeless who were COVID positive. So we've had 44 guests in that category throughout this cycle since March of last year.
And another part of this, just in general, we've did everything from delivered diapers to a family that needed them. We've got insure for someone who had a medical need and could not afford it. We provided bedding and furniture for other families. And the thing is, we go to the people to help them. Some of them may come to us, but we're out in the community building relationships. So that's how we're a little different, is we go to where the need is instead of having the people come to us.
Particularly if they don't have transportation. Sometimes there are many things available in Tuscaloosa, but if you're older and don't drive, or impoverished and don't drive, sometimes it's hard to access things. For us, it's been a very busy year. Normally the summer would be our slack time and we would be much busier in the winter, but we haven't had a downtime this year. We've ran 24/7, 365. So being an all-volunteer agency, we've had to rely a good bit on our volunteers, more than we usually would, including 2 from First Presbyterian who prefer to remain anonymous because they're tired, is what they told me. But thank you so much for not only your generosity, but also for your wonderful volunteers. Last month, in the month of January, we got 2 homeless families back into housing. One of them had been homeless for about 5 months, and the other one recently for about 8 weeks. Sometimes, again, there is more of a burden if you don't read or if you don't travel easily. But this year, the COVID has just added a whole layer of difficulty on top of that. Finding affordable housing is always challenging, but right now the Housing Authority has been under a moratorium where they're just not able to do anything, so that's added a layer on it. And do keep us in your prayers. I know one month we were your agency of choice, and I can't begin to tell you how much more smoothly that month went. You'd be surprised. Of course, your finances, your blessings are always good.
We assist individuals in our community with food, clothing, prescriptions, and utility bills. And then we do miscellaneous. Miscellaneous can be anything from baby diapers, adult diapers, Similac, Insure. We've gone to help individuals that need help with things that are not, that you would think of, like bath towels, washcloths, toiletry items. So we assist in a wide variety of ways, and we're just trying to be there to meet people's and families' individual needs. With COVID, it has been completely different because of the way we deliver services. We're used to being there for an individual. We're used to being able if you're crying, to touch you, to help you feel wholesome, but we're not able to do the touching. And so sometimes it makes us feel a little sad when we've got a mom in here and she's talking about how it was hard for her to come into this agency. And we want to uplift you. We want you to leave with a service, but we want you to leave with knowing that this community is here to support you. So COVID has just made us rethink the way we do what we do. It's made us more cautious about the way we deliver services. Flu season has always been around. We probably didn't take much, we've been cautious, but not as cautious. So this is just making us rethink our health. And then even though we may have gotten immune to something, but we could give someone else something. So now we're just trying to be more cautious and be alert and aware of what people may be going through and how we're delivering services. Just being a support, always being able to realize, I know people can't always give us everything, but think about us when you're cleaning out your closet. Think about us when you're doing a Sunday school drive that, somebody has a lot of toiletry items. I'm sure TES can use those. So just being a support to our community in general is a help. But don't feel bad when you can't always choose TES, but then think about us at least once a year. That's what I ask people, is once a year, think about our agency and then think about anything that you can do, from the canned goods to the cereal to the soup, fans, heaters, cleaning out your closets, anything. You see a garage sale going on, you may stop by and ask people, what are y'all doing with the stuff after the garage sale? Some people don't know that they can bring those things up here. So just by helping to continue to spread the word and continue to like and share our Facebook page, because a lot of people move in to our community and they're not aware, because we're not a big agency, so we can't afford all the commercials and all the bulletin boards, but the signs, I'm talking like a teacher now, bulletin boards, the billboard. So by you telling our story and sharing, you're helping us in more ways than you'll ever know. Keep being our cheerleaders. Yes.
Wow. I think you might agree with me in sensing the compassion and diligence with which our partners here in Tuscaloosa County strive to meet the needs of our neighbors in need. It's an honor to partner alongside of them. At the beginning of this video, Mission Elder Blake Beavers asked you to consider 3 ways of mission engagement: to give, to act, and to pray. In closing, I'd like to ask you to consider 2 questions that have to deal with the acting part of mission. We know that God's love is the foundation of all that we do. And when asked, Jesus said that the first commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. When an international mission partner asked what the good qualities of a mission volunteer is, they responded, "A mission volunteer loves God and loves those they are serving." Therefore, the first question I ask, how and when might you show God's love to our neighbors in need? How and when might you show God's love to our neighbors in need? The second question builds on this understanding of love. For one aspect of love is the fair treatment of others. So the second question is, where do you see a lack of fair treatment in our community of others? And what is the one small thing you might do this week to find out more about it? Again, where do you see a lack of fair treatment in our community? And what is the one small thing you might do this week to find out more about it? Thank you for your time and reflection. Let us close in prayer. Almighty and merciful God, through the gift of Jesus Christ, you have shown us incredible love, a love wide enough for all your children, love enough we cannot help but share. Sometimes your loving claim on our lives seems more like mission impossible. And yet, because it is your mission we are called to live out, your mission is always possible in Jesus Christ. Thanks be to God. Amen.